plant friends, welcome back to my channel, Planty Princess 92. My name is Ashley, and today is going to be the second episode of Spilling the Soil. In this episode, I'll be talking about another Hoya. This is going to be the Hoya SP IV from WMZ. Now, it took a ton of research when I first got this plant to figure out a little bit about it because it is more of a rare plant. There wasn't tons of information available. And even after doing research, there still wasn't tons that I was able to find. So I'm going to tell you what I do know about this plant. We'll start off by telling you what the abbreviations or the lettering stands for in the name, where this plant comes from, and all that good stuff. So this is called the Hoya SP IV from WMZ. WMZ stands for Welsh Mountain Zoo. It is a beautiful 37-acre botanical garden in northern Wales, UK. They house a lot of very rare plants and do have a very nice collection of rare Hoyas as well. They get plants from all around the world, so it is definitely a great, nice, big botanical garden with a variety of different plants. This plant does come from there, which is where it got its name from. And I would say it's kind of like the Hoya macrophylla with both its leaves and its flowers. But as far as growing it, it is not as easy. This is definitely a harder Hoya to grow. So let me just show you what the leaves look like, tell you what they look like, the flowers, all that stuff there. So this was one plant. I made a cutting. It did take a very, very long time to root. It took a few months, like 4, maybe even 5 months to finally establish roots. And even then, the roots are still very small. It just started rooting. So when these leaves first come in, they are a very dark red color. And they get that same sun stress red, if you can kind of see it at the tip of this leaf here, when they are provided a lot of bright sunlight. This is more of like a medium large leaf Hoya. It does have those nice venations that run through the leaf. And as you see, the leaf shape is very similar. Even the venations are very similar to the Hoya macrophylla. But it is for sure its own plant. The stems are a greenish gray brown color. They are a little thicker, and the flowers are a nice pink. They're about 1/2 inch in size, and they do get a nice sparkle to them. This plant, like I mentioned, is very hard to care for. I definitely wouldn't recommend this plant for a beginner collector, or even say you are not a beginner gardener or a beginner plant hobbyist, but you are just starting out with Hoyas. I would definitely recommend getting something a little easier to start because this has been very difficult. This plant does like bright light. It prefers natural sunlight over artificial lighting, but does grow okay in artificial lighting. It just does grow very slow. I think in general, this is more of a slower grower anyways. It definitely likes warmer temperatures. I would say not below 70 degrees. And my grow tent used to be about 60, 65 degrees, and it hasn't grown at all until I pushed that temperature up, kept the door closed a little bit more. So the temperature is now between 70 and 75, and that's when I started noticing the new growth. After I cut it, it did finally push out another growth point right here. From down here, this whole stem is new and this leaf is new. When I propagated it, there was only this one leaf left. So after propagation, when I boosted up that temperature, that's when I started to notice the new growth. It also likes to have that higher humidity. It needs that higher humidity to grow, and it doesn't like to be in an oversized pot. Having it in an oversized pot is the quickest way to stunt your growth for a while before it starts to push out growth again. So I would definitely say keep it in a tighter space, and it does, as in all thicker leaf Hoyas, especially like to be on the drier side. This one definitely does not want to be overwatered by any means. So warmer temperatures, high humidity, keep it on the drier side. Again, with the thicker leaves, you can kind of feel them to know when they will need water, and just pay very close attention to this Hoya. It's not very verbal, but you know, if you're observant and you kind of can see and start to feel what your plants need to be happy. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this beautiful Hoya, learning a little bit about it. Like I said, there wasn't much information for me to tell, but from what I found out, I would love to share it with you guys, and I hope you enjoyed hearing about this cute Hoya. This is definitely one of my favorites. Thank you guys again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're interested in the content I provide. And as always, every plant's a princess. Bye!